Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Kate. This is going to be my annual project pan. I will explain kind of how I'm going to do it. It might be a little different than the way others do it. I think it makes sense, right, for us to have them tailored to ourselves. If you enjoy this kind of content, I would appreciate it if you would give this video a thumbs up. It would mean a lot to me if you would consider subscribing to my channel down below. And without any further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so the way that I want my makeup project pan to work is kind of quarterly. So I don't want to be focusing on these products all year because I think what's going to happen for me is that I'm going to get really bored and I'm going to resent them. And so I'd rather really focus on progress rather than perfection. There's some here in today's selection, if you will, that I think honestly I'm going to pan or I'm going to finish, but there's some that like I'm probably not going to pan in the next couple of months, but I am going to work towards it. So for base, I am really gonna try to prioritize this one here by Tatcha. It's the Liquid Silk Canvas. I've just had this for a long time. It's my #1 favorite primer of all time. I love it. I love it. I love it. However, I want to be able to buy a new one, and I can't in good faith buy a new one if I still have one open. This one's going to be really hard for me to mark because it's an opaque bottle. However, I will tell you that it is pretty top heavy at the moment, so it means that I'm getting there. I am getting there. So this one's going to be really hard as far as traction, but I'll be happy to update you guys on how I'm doing utilizing this. The other one that I really want to focus on is this one here by e.l.f. and it is their Poreless Putty Primer, just the basic one. So this is going to be where we're starting off. So I have a decent dent in this one, and I'm hoping to make even more of a dent. Again, I think that this is going to be pretty easy for me in the sense that I really enjoy this product. I enjoy especially combining these two, so I'm hopeful that by this time, like by mid-March, I am able to have these kind of dwindled down. For setting spray, I have been consistently using my Nimia Set It and Forget It setting spray, but I want to focus on using this up primarily because I want to be able to continue to rotate through my setting sprays. I have some that I've been really neglecting. For me with like project pans, I don't want to put things in there that I don't necessarily know how they perform or that I don't love that much, because again, I end up presenting them. I love this setting spray, but I want to be able to like focus on some others. So this one again is going to be hard because you can't see how much I have. If I had to guess, I would say it's around here, around the eye and Nimia, just based on like, I don't know if you can hear it, based on how much is left. So this one actually I might be able to do as well. So I have a couple of products here that are going to be like pretty easy for me to pan, and then a couple that I'm going to have to maybe focus on a little bit more. For powder, I'm going to focus on this. I'm so optimistic that I'm going to be able to finish this. I don't know if you can see, but really there's not a ton of product left in here. So this is another one I'm fairly confident I'm going to be able to use up. So I'm looking forward to that because this has taken me years, literal years, to get through it. It's not a bad setting powder by any means. It's just not my favorite. So I know I just got done saying that I don't want to put products in here that aren't like products that I love. But this one is just kind of like meh, and I'd like to use it up so that I can like actually focus on products that I do love. Along those same lines, this one here by CoverGirl. As far as powder, it's the same lines. However, I love this one. This one, actually, I'm just realizing I have the teeniest little bit of pan in here, and I cannot wait to see more. This is my favorite powder of all time. This, if you really, I think I've said this before, but I'll say it again. If you really enjoyed the KVD Lock-It Powder Foundation, you're going to love this. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's so good. So I want to get some more pan on this. This is one that I will absolutely repurchase. I just know like this time of year, I'm going to love this powder. So I want to be able to like freely use it. And I think by putting it in a project pan, I think it makes good sense for me anyways. Another one that's going to be super easy for me to use up is this one by Milk. It's their Kush Fiber Brow Gel. I love this stuff. I don't know if you can see, but she's getting pretty low. She's getting pretty low on product. So I think honestly, I'll be able to finish this one up by mid-March. But I feel like if I have it in this format where it's like, these are what I'm focused on, and I have you guys to like hold me accountable, like, remember when you said you wanted to use that up? I think that this will be helpful for me. I have mine in the shade Dutch. Again, I love this product. I just know that I've had it for quite a while and I want to make sure that I use it up. This is another one that I will absolutely be repurchasing. For blush, I did choose a cream blush. This is my favorite cream formula ever. I know everyone and their mother is talking about the Rare Beauty ones. And those are a liquid blush, so technically they're not the same, but this is the GOAT. Melt, cream, these are the GOAT. This one is in the shade Polished, and I would just love to see some more progress. Let me just swatch this for you guys. That is Polished, swatched. It's the best. It is just the best cream blush on the market, and I love this shade Polished specifically. I have like 5 of the shades. I love them. So this is one that like I'm looking forward to being able to try to make some pan progress towards, because I love these blushes. For complexion products, for my quarterly pan, I didn't want to put more than one, because the reality of the situation is that like when I do my monthly shop my stashes, I don't typically put more than 1 or 2 foundations / concealers in here. So I just thought it didn't make good sense to have too many in a quarterly pan, because I'm really not going to be able to focus on them the way that I want to. So the first one I have here is by Armani Beauty, and this one is the Luminous Silk Concealer. I have mine in the shade 3.75. I have not used a lot of this. I actually just put it in here at the beginning of this month for my everyday makeup drawer. I've been really enjoying it. I chose this one over my CoverGirl one because this one is more of a medium coverage, and there's some days when I really love full coverage and I want full coverage, but then there's days when that's not going to like work for what's going on in my life that day. So I thought a medium coverage was probably a little bit more practical. Sorry, my dogs are like singing at me in here. I digress. So I am looking forward to trying to use this one up. This one's going to be a little harder to track as well, just because the walls are going to be coated, but we're going to do our best. Finally, for foundation, I am going to try to use up my Hydromaniac. This one I felt like was perfect for this time of year because A, I love this foundation, but B, this time of year, my skin is really dry. I live in the Northeast and it's so cold here. My skin is dry and flaky. For reference, I have combo skin, so this type of a foundation works really well for me this time of year. So I thought, especially during this quarter, this would be a good time to use this, because come summertime, I'm not gonna want this. I still have quite a bit left. I would say it's probably to about here full of product, so I'm really hoping we can make some progress on this. For lips, I am going to go in with this one here by L'Oreal, and it's their Coloris Shine Sparkling Rose. I love this formula, and this color is just like very pink, very springy, and I have quite a bit of it left. It's a hot mess apparently, but I have quite a bit of it left, so I'm really looking forward to being able to get some more love into this one, because again, I really just love this formula. I love how it looks on the lips, super comfortable, super pretty, so looking forward to getting some use out of this. And then for lip liner, I'm pretty close. I'm making some good progress with this one here by ColourPop. It is their BFF liner, and again, I'm making some decent progress on this, but this is kind of like my everyday go-to right now, so I'm hoping to make some more progress on this. Mascaras don't really have a place in my project pan because I switch mine out every 3 months. So in that regard, this one here by CoverGirl, it's the CoverGirl Exhibitionist, is going to be the one that I'm really focused the most on, because this one I have to switch out mid-March, because I started using it the beginning of January. So by the end of March, I have to have this one done. So in that regard, I am going to put it in here, but just know that like, even if I don't pan them, I'm not putting these back into my collection. They're going in the rubbish because I'm scared of eye disease. So that's that. I did not include any face palette, bronzer, nor eyeshadow palettes in here, and I will explain why. So for bronzer, I don't have a huge bronzer collection, and I feel like I do a fair job rotating through it because it's not as big, so I'm not super concerned about bronzers right now. I am working currently on this one by Cover FX. Did you guys know? I did not know. Cover FX like was taking a hiatus. Like they just didn't have products stocked. And they're not in Sephora anymore. Did you guys know that? Let me know down below. Did you know? Because I didn't. I digress. But I've been using this one because when I was doing my declutter, I said I was going to hold on to it, but I had to use it. So I have been utilizing this. And this is in Sunkissed Bronze. And I've been loving it. So I think, you know, if I make progress in this, that's great. But I don't want to like stick myself to it necessarily because I do want to be able to rotate a little bit more through my bronzers. And then with eyeshadows and face palettes, it's just, I think that by doing that, I would really be setting myself up to not be successful and to again like kind of resent the Project Pan because it's like I want to do things that are like intentional, meaningful, and thoughtful. And I just think that like if I put an eyeshadow palette in here, the reality of the situation is I have over 100 eyeshadow palettes. I'm not going to be comfortable with using one so much that the other 99 are neglected. I keep my eyeshadow palettes right next to me as I like knock one on the floor. I keep my eyeshadow palettes right next to me because I love to choose a different one each day. I don't even have like an everyday makeup drawer for the eyeshadow because I love to be able to like switch it up. So for me, it just didn't make sense. Let me know if you guys are doing a Project Pan, like do you include eyeshadow in yours? I just feel like for me, I don't know, I don't think I'm going to be successful. I just don't think that that's going to work well for me. Same with like face palettes. Face palettes for me are, I honestly, I don't even think I have one. No, I don't. I don't have a one in my everyday makeup drawer. I love my face palettes. I get some use out of them, but again, I just think that that's going to be setting myself up for failure in the way that I'm not going to use them up. I'm just not. At least I don't think so right now. Maybe that'll change because there's been palettes in the past, like the Soph X Makeup Revolution palette, the highlighter palette. I hit pan on that. But I just think right now, I don't know. I don't feel like it's going to be a very successful endeavor for me. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I would love to hear down below if you do Project Pans and what products you're planning on panning this year. I so apologize that my dogs are apparently having a battle royale while I'm trying to do my outro. But again, as always, it would mean so much to me if you guys would give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe to my channel down below. As always, please stay happy, stay healthy, and stay blessed. And I will see you on the next video. Bye.